What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Fireside Tech. It's episode 2. My name's Clay with VisualAfterVisual, and today we're going to be going over how to edit your videos for free. So before we jump deep into this video, I want you to hit the big red subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future tutorials. Hit the notification bell so you're updated as soon as we drop some new content. We have tons of videos coming out, so you don't want to miss out. Before I made the jump into Final Cut Pro, which is what I always use now, I was an iMovie editor. And then if you want to flash back way into the early 2000s, I used to use Windows Movie Maker. So for quite a few years I was using free editing programs. The benefit of a free editing software program is that you don't have to commit to the big Final Cut Pro cost or the Premiere monthly fees, and you can really learn the steps to take you to the next level in the programs. That way, if you don't like the program and you end up being too flustered with all the work, you didn't make the big financial commitment early on. Now, I'm personally a Mac user, so what I'll be using today to show you guys how to make a free video edit is iMovie. I also did some research into a free Windows movie editor, and I was able to find a program called Shotcut. It's shotcut.org, and I'll just leave a link in the description too as well, so you guys can check that out if anybody here is a Windows user. And one thing I did notice is that it doesn't leave a watermark on your final edit, which is what you want to be careful for when you're looking for a free program. So what I'm going to do for you guys today is take some clips from last week's episode of Fireside Tech and edit those through iMovie. I'm not going to do a full video edit, I'm just going to show you the basics. I'm jumping back into it, and it's been probably about 2 years since I used it last. Alright, so now we're in the computer here. Let me just move this audio. What we have here is iMovie, and this is the free editing program I'll be using. And as you can see, it's telling me what's new in iMovie, so I haven't opened this for quite some time. I'm just going to click continue. I want to import the files from the Fireside Tech first episode. Let's import these to get some practice with. So hold down Command and click the clips that you want, and now I think I have the ones I want, so I'm going to click import selected. So we'll just give that some time to import here. And while that media is importing right now, I'm going to head over to projects, and I'm going to create a new movie. So combine videos, photos, and music to make your own movie. So we're going to choose that, and nice. So that gives us a timeline down here. Drag and drop video clips and photos from the browser above to start creating your movie. Alright, so our files are all completed. We can go ahead and eject the memory card now. What I have here is a few clips ready to go, and I'll just put a couple together here to show you how you can go about stitching together your video. So I'm going to look for the intro part where I say welcome to the channel. Yeah, so I like that, so I'm going to press O. So I press O to select the out point of that clip. I like the beginning, so I just kept it at the beginning. Now I'm going to press E to put this clip at the end of the timeline. This is our final video down here, so I'm going to drag the playhead to here just before I begin to talk. As you can see, the audio clip is cut down low when there's barely any speaking, quiet, and then it picks up as I speak again. Drag this so it clips that all the way. Boom. So now we're left. This is what we have. Now let's add in the second part of the clip just to make this easy for people to understand. I'm going to cut out the part where it doesn't really make much sense. And then, okay, so after I say shots, I'm kind of just trailing off and it doesn't make sense, so I'm just going to clip off after that. Leave it there because I didn't really end off that sentence when I was speaking, so it doesn't really flow that well. I wish there was a blade tool. I don't know how I can cut. Oh, here we go. So what I did is left click. I'm going to put split clip so I can just clip that part away. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clips stitched together. I'm going to get the car shot here, me talking about which way to tape. So I press O after I pick my in point, and I'm going to press E to drop that in the bottom. That's how you pretty much go about selecting clips. We push I, and we want to end it here. We push O, and we have this little small clip, and press E to place it into the end of the timeline. And that's it. And if you guys don't like these shortcuts, you can drag to put the in and out points, and then drag to put them in there if that's more of your style. So I'm not gonna put any more clips. I think this is good to start. Let's add in some transitions now. Here we go, transition. This seems pretty laid out. So here it looks like we have our all our transitions, and I'm just gonna show you how to use a couple. Cross dissolve at the beginning. It kind of starts black and it establishes the video, so it's opening up. So now I don't really think there needs to be a transition in between this shot to this shot because I'm sitting inside the fireplace still the whole time. So now here I'm talking about getting some stabilization. So maybe in this clip between we can have a transition, maybe like a zoom in or something like that. Let's see how a zoom would look.
You want to get some stabilization, so let's show you how to stabilize this iPhone.
Actually, where I say let's show you how to stabilize, let's put that transition there. Not bad. I like that. Right there. So here we have sitting inside the fireplace going to inside the car. So why don't we add something like, honestly, these wipes would be nice. Some people don't like them, but I don't mind. Honestly, transitions are transitions. You see some corny ones on TV sometimes, but I just think it's good to put them in there so it tells your story. Let's put a wipe down. So now we're going to wipe down away from the fireplace into the car. Alright, so there you go. That's a couple transitions, and you can keep adding this throughout your video just to in between transitioning in between clips. Let's go with some audio. And here you have iTunes, so you can use any of your iTunes songs. Just be careful on the copyright. You don't want to use a song that you like because it might have some copyright strikes. Well, it might have some copyright material in it, so if you use it on your video, you'll end up getting a strike, and it could affect your account. People might not be able to watch your video, so make sure if you're getting your music, use royalty free, or like sign up for a program such as Epidemic that will give you the option to have tons of tracks for a monthly cost. But just keep it simple. I'm gonna say we were using this Lotus and we want to add it into the talking, so it brings up, it's not so boring and just my voice. We can drag this underneath the audio, so that's where we want the music to go. And let's see this.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Fireside Tech. On today's episode, you'll be learning how to shoot video with an iPhone. First things first, to get started with shooting on an iPhone is...
And now you can notice it's a little loud, so what we want to do is probably bring down the volume on the actual track here. So I'm just going to bring this down to maybe about a 20%, no, 16. Let's see how this sounds.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Fireside Tech. On today's episode, you'll be learning how to shoot video with an iPhone. First things first, to get started with shooting on an iPhone is you want to...
That's how you can get some music into the actual clips. And then we can also go into titles, and you're going to want to brand your videos and make sure people know what they're watching. Also, it's good to add in Instagram or your tags, any important websites that need to get on your video. You're going to want to use the text tab to get that on. Especially if you miss something in the video, it's nice to type it into as well. So I'm just looking for a basic, nothing too crazy. Let's go. This is standard. Okay, I'll go standard text right here, and I don't need all these, so I want to do a simple one. Pick how to edit for free. I'm just going to put this for fun, and this we can change the text up here by going to the font tab, and you can see all the different types. Let's see, we go with that. We can change the size, make it small, or we can manually type in a number. So say we want 100, and then we can even go about the color as well. If you want to be fancy with yours, you can change it to any color here by just dragging the selection, or you can just manually click the area that you'd like. Alright, so there we go. That looks nice. We have some text. So let's look at what we've done. We've cut up the clips. We have what we want, the things we wanted to say stitched into the timeline with a couple of transitions added in between. We've added some music in the background and also added a title. Now what you can do, here we go. So see this paint tablet, it looks like a palette almost right beside the color balance. You want to click that, and we're gonna go to color correction. I'm gonna try to color correct this video, this clip here. Play around. So honestly, you can play around with your color grading to whatever you like, but this I just recommend if you shot your video in a flat profile, you can bring your colors back up, and that's how I shot. So you just want to play around with it until you get it to your. So now I'll go through, I'll color this one just for fun, bring this down, this up to the middle, more saturation. I like that color. The red's popping out a lot more in the jacket and at the bottom of the tripod there, so I know the color looks better. So now say we were done with this and we wanted to export it so we could upload it to YouTube once you're done editing. We want to hit this little share button at the top right with the arrow above it and share the file to, make sure it's video and audio, tags, call it. Let's put the quality to ProRes. Okay, yeah, we want the best quality. Compress, we'll just choose faster. Just go ahead and save that to the desktop. Alright, so the movie is exporting right now. Alright, so now our file has been shared successfully. So now we can take a look quick. We have my movie here. Double click that. And I can press play.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Fireside Tech. On today's episode, you'll be learning how to shoot video with an iPhone. First things first, to get started with shooting on an iPhone.
And there you have it.
Stabilization. We'll let you how to stabilize this iPhone.
Alright, so there you guys go. You just learn how to edit video for free. If you guys do want to see any more iMovie tutorials, I will keep this program for a while, so let me know down in the comments below and I can make some more videos like this and dive deeper into it. But yeah, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Alright everybody, so you just learned how to use a free editing software program to put your clips together. Hit that big red subscribe button if you haven't yet already. Share this video if you think anyone would benefit from this tutorial. Stay tuned, we'll be back next week with some more Fireside Tech. Thank you guys for joining along. Clayton Upson with VisualAfterVisual, and I'm out.